I'm Winnie Means, and I'm going to show you how to do a favorite things circle for International Dot Day. Here's one I did with flowers. Here's one I did with cookies. So you can fill your circle with anything you want. International Dot Day is inspired by a book called The Dot by Peter Reynolds. It is a story about a teacher that encourages a student that is not sure about drawing to start with a dot. She went on to create a lot of art just from starting with a dot, and you can too. The supplies you need are pencil and eraser. I used a black Sharpie, so I used ultra fine and fine Sharpie. I used a bowl for tracing my circle. And I'm using watercolor paper because I might use watercolors to color mine in, or you can use any kind of paper and just use markers to color in. Okay, go grab your supplies. Let's get creating. So I found a bowl that is almost the size of the paper. It still leaves a bit of a background. And I'm going to trace it. And now inside of here, you're going to draw your favorite things. So what I did is I chose one thing that's my favorite thing, which is flowers. But then I drew all different sizes and shapes. So, and different kinds of flowers. So actually I chose 3 different kinds of flowers. And I did one big one. Then I did some medium-sized ones, and then I filled the rest in with small ones. So see how that looks really interesting to the eye because it's all different sizes and shapes. So I want you to do the same thing with whatever you chose. It could be cookies, it could be pizza, it could be sports. Something that's easy for you to draw. It could just be shapes. And you're going to start with a big one, and then medium size, and then smaller. Okay, so I'm going to do flowers because they are my favorite. So I'm going to do 3 different kinds. I'm going to do, this one is a daisy. So I'm doing this with my Sharpie, and I welcome you to do this too, or whatever marker you want to use, because it would take a lot to start outlining everything. I'm going to do some more petals this way. There, I've got my first one. So now let's do that one kind of smaller. So now we think about our space. I'm going to maybe do them like this. This one's going to be smaller. So your eye will be drawn to this because the eye likes repetition. So it will try to find another one that looks the same. So it will make people look at your art for longer. And let's do another one over here. We're going to do this sort of medium size again. And same here. Pretty. Okay, let's do a rose now. So this is going to be my biggest one. So I'm going to do this one sort of medium. So a rose is a circle, and then you do a curve, and then you start your curve here and go around. Start your curve here. So you just sort of start your curve where the other petal is. You just keep going round and round until it is the size you want it to be. I don't want it to get bigger than this one because that's my biggest one, but I can still go pretty big. Let's see, and then some of the petals out the edge can be bigger again. That's looking pretty good. I like it. Let's do another one over here. So circle and curve, curve, curve all the way around, starting from the other petal. And I think that's a pretty good size. Let's do one down here. I can't wait to see what sorts of things you're going to add to your favorite circle. Okay, that's looking pretty good. We got some roses. Now, I really like tulips. I'm going to do some tulips. Tulips are pretty easy. Just do we're going to do a sideways one. Curve, curve, curve. And you can do 2 more petals back here. That's it. So I'm going to do a sort of tear-shaped curve. You could just leave it like that, which is pretty. I'm going to sort of do the petals in the back too. And I need another one. I'm going to make this one smaller. Curve, curve. It's good to have some things that are really big. I'm going to do another one over here. Curve, curve. Okay, so now I've got my 3 different kinds of flowers. Now I'm going to fill the rest of my space with as many of these as I can. Look how tiny I got. They are so fun. So I'm going to fast forward this video. I'll just start with a few over here. And I'm going to use a thinner marker to do this. Oh, look at all these fun flowers. I'm going to add a few more tiny little ones. And then if you didn't totally fill your space, you can start adding some dots around too, which looks really pretty. Oops, put a dot in a flower. And there we go. And now what you can do is you can color it any way you want or paint it. You can use pencil crayons, markers, anything you want. And I would leave the background sort of plain and then just fill in your flowers or just fill in a few of them or whatever you created on your favorite things circle. I can't wait to see what you create. I'm going to do another one where I fill it with cookies because I love cookies. So again, I'm going to do one big one and some medium-sized ones. I'm just going to draw a bunch of cookies. Some of them are going to have a bite out of them. Do a bite. So you just do a curve and then you do like wavy lines like that. So it looks like half-eaten cookies. And then I'm just going to keep filling my space with circles. Big ones and little ones. And then I'm going to decorate the cookies. This is pretty easy to do. Lots of little ones. These could be colored in as like chocolate chips around. See, that's a really easy one to do. Let's do a few more sort of medium-sized ones and some small ones with bites out of them. Small with bites. Then I'll just use the thinner one to do some more. These can be like chocolate chips maybe. Love it. That's looking pretty good. Do some dots again. So the background one could have sprinkles maybe. So we can do different kinds of cookies. We can do chocolate chip. I'm going to fill it in with some chocolate chip. The big one's going to have chocolate chunks maybe. Yeah. So fun. And let's see. We could do some with sprinkles. Just do like sprinkles everywhere. Do like different colors. Pink. It's so fun. Great. Let's do some more chocolate chip ones. Make them a little bigger. We can do some that are like wavy icing. That would be fun. Oh, so we're going to have some blue icing. It's going to be wavy. Yeah. A little bit of wavy. So I've got 3 different kinds that I'm doing. I feel like, should I do one more kind? Maybe I'll do like ones with like jam in the middle or something. Just these little ones. We'll have jam in the middle. That's good. And then maybe I'll color these in like they're Smarties. What color Smarties should we do? We could do pink. And we could do purple or orange. They look fun. Oh, that looks pretty. Let's see where else. And then these can all be like chocolate chips. Little chocolate chips everywhere. I love it. So there is where we filled in our favorite thing as cookies inside of our big, huge dot. There we go. Here's another idea you can do. I hope you enjoyed creating this dot for International Dot Day.